Airtel. Download Airtel TV to watch and support Ugandan talent on The Voice Africa every Sunday at 8 p.m.
A very good evening to you all. Thank you for joining us once again for the 10 o'clock edition of the UBC News Tonight. With me, Wadulo Mark Arnold. Without further ado, let's take a look at tonight's top stories and get in the bulletin. In our top stories tonight, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni passes out 229 army recruits. Gomba, Katonga, Kalungu residents seek relief after Katonga Bridge collapse. Uganda Airlines takes women for a free flight on Mother's Day, a special exclusive for tonight. And Stambik Black Pirates crowned champions of Rugby Premier League in the sports news. A stitch in time saves 9. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Now, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni is also the Commander-in-Chief of the Uganda People's Defense Forces, as you already know, and he has passed out the 229 army recruits who successfully completed their basic military training at Sera Kasenyi Training School Intake. Speaking at the function, the President congratulated the Special Forces Command for upgrading the level of training in the elite unit by incorporating the use of electronic training aids like computerized guns and tanks before going for field practicals. Details in this report.
At a colorful ceremony held at the Sera Kasenyi Training School, President Museveni, who is also the Commander-in-Chief of Uganda People's Defense Forces, has passed out 229 new army recruits who successfully completed their basic military training. Speaking after inspecting the parade and witnessing the combat skills of the newly passed out officers, Museveni congratulated the SFC for upgrading the training.
This is very smart. It enables us to train many people, but also not use a lot of fuel and not cause wear and tear of the tanks or of the guns, because we are doing it electronically. That's what many modern countries are doing. So I congratulate you for upgrading the training in the SFC.
The President called upon the army leadership to make good use of these well-educated young people, such as engineers and medical doctors, who he said are a good value addition to the army.
So you, the army leaders, you should be clear how to utilize them. Some of them are really professional, like the engineers. It is correct that after the basic exposure of the military and leadership, they join the engineering brigade.
The Commander Special Forces Command Brigadier General David Mugisha expressed gratitude to the Commander-in-Chief for uplifting the welfare of UPDF and promised to continue producing high-quality soldiers.
For a need to embark on specialized training and acquisition of modern equipment so as to deter and curtail such hurdles from happening to our country. The struggle and strategic security and stability of Uganda, East Africa and Africa is the precursor to transformation and development.
He also noted that the global contemporary operating environment is faced with a lot of challenges ranging from terrorism, chemical, biological, radiological, nuclear attacks, cyber threats, insurgencies, and others that need special attention. The acting Chief of Staff UPDF Land Forces, Major General Jackson Bakasumba, who represented the Chief of Defense Forces, thanked the SFC leadership for the training and urged the new recruits to continue acquiring more knowledge and to be disciplined.
Discipline. The commandant here mentioned discipline. We expect the highest standards of discipline from you. Any act of indiscipline will never be tolerated. Those who speak Kiswahili say, kusamea makosa ni makosa. If you forgive someone who has done wrong, you are equally wrong. So you should suffer the same punishment. Then you have to maintain ideological clarity, embrace continued training. Very soon some of you will go for other training from different training institutions. Then you have to live within your means to avoid financial pressure on yourselves. Live within your means.
The commandant of Sera Kasenyi Training School, Lieutenant Colonel William Diomugabe, noted that the 229 trainees, of whom 35 were female, were well educated and grounded in different professionals.
Use the knowledge acquired to love your country, Uganda, and protect the people. Always remember that enemies of our country, Uganda, are not only those carrying guns. You may find yourself in the same category if you do not avoid subversive tendencies like corruption, cheap popularity, sectarianism, formation of cliques, intrigue, among other many negative vices.
Joseph Oko, UBC.
Residents of Gomba and Kalungu districts who have been using the Gomba, Katonga, Kalungu Bridge have appealed to government to expedite the repair works of the bridge, which was washed away last week by heavy rains. The situation is responsible for the rise in transport fares from the original 10,000 to about 30 to 40,000 shillings to come from Gomba to Masaka, Budu, up to via Madu, Sembabule and Bukoma Simbi. Let's have a look.
Oluguudo lwakutuseemu ekintu kinene twayitawo nga waliwo watuno naye ng'ekkubo lyonna kati amazzi gaakaze ne galumenyamu wakati wonna.
The Gomba Katonga Kalungu Bridge, which has been washed due to the ongoing heavy rains, has continued to pose a transport challenge between the two districts, leading to a sharp rise in the fares. Before the incident, residents using the route used to pay 10,000 shillings only from Gomba to Masakabudu, which has now escalated to between 30,000 shillings and 40,000 since they have to rotate via Madu, Sembabule and Bukoma Simbi to Masaka.
oba bayina engeri gyabasobola okujja ne batubira naye entambulansi bunya wano kuba kati abantu wali badde omutwalo okwetoloola giri mitwalo etaano.
Tezo ziba nyingi nnyo singa teza wano.
Zibanga mmeka?
Ng'etaano ate wano tegiwera.
Naye ng'ate ogenda wano Bugomolo gy'ategeeza naye baba. Kati nze mamange mulwadde sikyasobola kusala kudde.
Tukibeerangawo era buno bwe gusoso abantu gabitaaka bakibe kulula buli lunaku. Kino kyamaanyi kino kisusse.
Since the Gomba Katonda section covers 5 miles and holds lots of water, Residents attribute the Kampala Road Katonga Bridge collapse to the washing away of this bigger Gomba Katonga Bridge. The situation has led to some men using small canoes over the waters to cross passengers on both sides at 5,000 shillings each, while crossing a motorcycle goes for 10,000 shillings for a distance of less than 100 meters.
Ye akola sente okusomosa wako kagapu kakakutusewo omutwalo gw'omuwa katali awo atwala abamata abapikipiki abajja kusinga omutwalo naye ngo.
However, despite the problem, some youth are happy that at least the washing of the bridge managed to bring some good silt and good sand, which they are waiting to tap into for a fee once the water levels go down. Meanwhile, residents on both sides of the river continue to flock to the site daily and taking pictures for this new historical scene. Edward Konjuko for UBC, Gomba Katonga Bridge.
Definitely a historical scene. Now, Mbarara Archdiocese has also expressed concerns over the new curriculum that seems to make religious education optional, yet it is very crucial in child nurturing. The message was delivered by Reverend Father John Bosco Tuliomjuni, who represented the Archbishop of Mbarara Archdiocese during the fundraising drive for Bwizibwera Primary School in Ntungamo District.
A priest with Mbarara Archdiocese, Reverend Father John Bosco Tuliomjuni, says that as the government takes on the process of reviewing the lower secondary school curriculum, religious education should not be made optional because it deals with morals of the society. He says that whatever is being planned for the education sector must take into consideration religious education.
The teaching of religious education and catechism shall be made compulsory in Catholic-founded schools. Bamwe muri mwe mukamuryo mu rukiko runanye kandi omwe ababiri barumu nukwe twahabwire Archbishop now emeritus tukamuhabura ngo aragire itwareri ngu edini netekwa.
Father Tuliomjuni says that the 2018 Synod of Mbarara Archdiocese made it clear that religious education and catechism shall be made compulsory in all Catholic-founded schools.
Morally destructive programs such as abortion and homosexuality shall not be permitted in all Catholic-founded schools. Prime
Minister Robina Nabanja assured the Catholic Church that the government cannot scrap religious education from the curriculum.
Reverend Father abalizege a curriculum. White Father bobalizega curriculum naterera Minister White wa education omukyala Kaduchu namubuuza bino bibakubaza nibyo biki. Have we really changed the curriculum and therefore CRE tekyalimu?
Nabanja lauded the people of Ntungamo for nurturing the First Lady Janet Museveni, who is a role model in the country. The Premier says that the country is secure but asked the public to use this prevailing peace and security to improve their household incomes.
President Museveni tumurura kekisembo ekyarugiro mwamukama Ruhanga itwe tukazarwa tukaina chorus tujozerena kuzira mulembe gwa Museveni akiri kununye mwari mwina chorus lele tukitungire chorus kantu kunira aitatuwa nebindi.
The Prime Minister asked the people of Bwizibwera to make use of the money raised to proper use and pledged government support by roofing the classroom block.
Esente zetubahaire emilioni 20 kuruga owange esente ezo tukusaba muzikolese kurungi Ekyombeko kino ngira mugenda kisesa hansi. Mumeke ekyombeko ekirungi. Omulaika haiguru abakomezo ze tubayisobora butamarayo. Omulaika muli muikire mungambire bawereza amabati.
Then Tungamo District Woman Member of Parliament Bata Kamateneti asked parents to use the current holidays to nurture their children into responsible citizens, but emphasized the importance of education.
Gomusinje mukuru go kubisa hwensi n'ekintu ky'obwegyesi. Wano ndakwitende kulensi kukiyaho tokwetaaga mbonu ng'otera amasaso jumarira. Iworeba ngo obwegyese bwafa, orebe muno by'amagara byafa noba wamarenzi. Mbwenu hona riboka bashara kuturundana ngo twijaha tombeke n'ekintu kikuru munonga kandi ninkibasimira.
The fundraising drive was organized by the Naume Kabasharira, the Rushenyi constituency member of parliament, and was graced by several members of parliament from within Ankole sub-region. The Prime Minister supported a mother who gave birth to quadruplets with a heifer she bought at 2 million shillings, a goat and 400,000 shillings to help her raise the children. Later in the day, the Prime Minister graced the wedding of Edward Muhimbo, the Senior Assistant Secretary Kakumiro District, and Noelin Muhimbo at Kakeka Grounds in Kakumiro Town Council.
Retired Archbishop Church of Uganda Emeritus Stanley Ntagali has hailed the newly ordained clergy in Kakumiro Archdeaconry for exhibiting integrity, honesty, hard work and supplementing government programs of improving people's household income. The Archbishop made these remarks at a Thanksgiving function for the ordination of Reverend Edward Twesije at Kabubwa Parish in Kakumiro Archdeaconry.
Retired Archbishop Church of Uganda Emeritus Archbishop Stanley Ntagali says Bunyoro Chitara Diocese is proud of his dynamic work, integrity, honesty and exemplary life in championing church projects, circles, environmental protection and improving people's livelihood. Retired Bishop Ntagali was preaching as a guest preacher at St. Luke's Church of Uganda.
These days people are running away from the church, but the church is equipping pastors to do ministry. Some are doing other things. They are addicted to smoking bangi and doing other things, and they are spoiling their lives when they are still young. So we need young pastors, dynamic like Edward, to do the ministry and help this nation to bring people, to rehabilitate people's morals and preach the gospel of salvation. So the people of Kakumiro, the people of Kabubwa are very happy to have a very dynamic young man who is a priest now that will be supporting the people in this church and in this district and in the whole diocese of Bunyoro Kitara.
The Associate Vicar, St. Luke's Church of Uganda, Archdeaconry Reverend Francis Mugisa says Christians ought to emulate Reverend Edward Twesige's actions by always acknowledging God's blessings, miracles and successes.
Edward Kanyesije did it very well because as a priest, as a leader, you lead by example. After God has done a good thing to him, especially God having elevated him from deacon to a priest, he had to show all the congregation the example that is giving glory to God. I want to tell all the people there that when God has done something good to you, it is worth giving thanks to him.
Reverend Edward Twesige thanked God for the gift of priesthood, saying his love for team spirit, hard work, integrity has enabled him to register numerous successes at Kabubwa Church of Uganda Parish.
Obusinguzi kimbeerireho kuba musinguzi nkukola nkugambira g'abantu ng'omuliisa ataakukora tasobola kwebembera obunayikire Kabubwa hano n'ekintu ekinsobozeise nali masizoni nayiha mironi 8 abantu nanyo obutuuku kugenda mu mitingi ninkola mu nsawo habwokuba Ruhanga mpaire sente nkukola nkuteerera abantu inywena abaheereza bagenzi bange mutuweke ku byabo.
The jubilant Christians and clergy thanked Reverend Twesige for championing spirituality, church projects, circles, environmental preservation, education of children and complementing government programs of improving people's livelihoods. At least 100 Christians received Jesus Christ as their personal savior and over 10 million shillings was realized in cash during the Thanksgiving function.
Uganda Airlines has marked this year's Mother's Day by organizing a joyous ride for mothers across Uganda. The airline sought to celebrate these exceptional women who have devoted their lives to raising families, building communities, and inspiring change. For many of the mothers, this was their first time flying on an airplane, making it an experience worth living. Now, the joyride took the women high above the clouds, providing them with a breathtaking view of Uganda from a new perspective, as Samuel Senono reports.
As early as 7 a.m., selected mothers from across the country gathered at Uganda Airlines offices for a treat of a lifetime. They were here to take part in the joyride aboard the CRJ-900 plane, commonly known as the Bombardier. The excitement was palpable, with mothers eagerly anticipating a unique experience to celebrate their special day. The journey from Kampala to Entebbe was a journey of firsts for many of the mothers. As they traveled on the Kampala Express Highway, they visibly marveled at the sights and sounds of the bustling city. For some, it was their first time visiting Entebbe, and the thrill of flying added a touch of magic to the already enchanting experience. At Entebbe International Airport, the mothers eagerly awaited their turn to board the plane, some visibly bouncing with excitement.
It's going to be my first experience. I'm so excited and happy about the children, what they've done for me today. I'm really very, very, very excited to go in the plane for the first time.
As they made their way up the ramp, the vibrant colors of Uganda Airlines livery glimmered in the sun. The moment had finally arrived, and it was worth the wait. A galaxy of phones was visible as mothers snapped their pictures and recorded videos to capture these precious moments. Once on board, the mothers settled into their seats, their eyes wide with wonder and amazement.
We want to wish you a very happy Mother's Day to all the mothers in the house.
As the plane taxied down the runway, they clashed their armrests, the anticipation almost too much to bear. But then, with a gentle roar, the plane lifted off the ground, and the mothers' faces lit up with pure joy and delight. With the skilled guidance of Captain Ami Dumbo and First Officer Tone Tebajanga, the flight took off, soaring to a height of 20,000 feet above sea level. From the rumbling waters of River Nile in eastern Uganda to the forest of the southwest, the views were simply spectacular. And with every turn, every dip and ascent, the mothers cheered and clapped. From the delicious meals to the refreshing drinks, the mothers were treated like royalty. As the plane touched down at Entebbe International Airport, some mothers shared their flight experience.
Mukama simu kandi mukama simwe owanya mu nyonyi kajitemba kashuwa kanyamu okuzala ni kurungi.
The view of the lakes and the clouds. I like the clouds so much. I'd never seen it.
Zakatondola omwana oyo kubanga nkoledde ebikulu nanninyisa ku nnyonyi ate ansuubiza nti agenda kuntwala Dubai. Kugina emyaka 6 gye naweza nga tisuubira nti lulala ndinina kwenoni.
I'm really grateful to God for this opportunity. I'm grateful to God above all things to have made me a mother.
Uganda Airlines says these flights are aimed at demystifying the flying experience.
So we are thinking to ourselves, what a way to celebrate these moments, these amazing moments, the intimate moments with our Sky Celebrations. This is also resonates with our initiative of Sky Celebrations, where you can have engagements on board, weddings on board, we can have birthdays on board, we can celebrate intimate moments on board. And also demystify the flying experience, that anybody can fly.
And as many of these lucky mothers left Entebbe, they knew they were part of a larger community of mothers who deserve to be celebrated, cherished, and uplifted. Samuel Senono, UBC News.
And relatedly, today, Uganda has joined the rest of the world to celebrate the Mother's Day with the theme Celebrating Motherhood. Mothers have appreciated the NRM government for having come up with the women emancipation, where they can now participate in politics and other economic ventures without any restriction. Let's have a look.
Deputy Inspector General of Government, Dr. Patricia Achan Okiria, has hailed NRM government for identifying the potential among Ugandan women while presiding over the Mother's Day celebrations organized by Chanel Events at Kabila Country Club. Okiria praised President Museveni for bringing peace in the country that has enabled mothers to take care of their families.
Mothers are people who nurture, who mentor, who inspire, who raise and bring up responsible citizens in this country.
The chairperson Uganda Women Entrepreneurships and the director of Victoria Schools, Barbara Ofono, says they are very happy to celebrate Mother's Day because they have been empowered.
The story is very simple. I am one of those few people that started the journey of motherhood or being called a mother when I was just 13 years old. That is why a mother is a lawyer. A mother is also an accountant. You've heard the previous speakers. One is saying that this is the mother, is the one who was planning for the what? For the money. What else? A mother is a teacher. True or false? True.
Toro Sub-Region residents have been urged to make a follow-up on government projects within their community. This was a call sounded by the MK Movement national leaders as they launched their structures in Fort Portal City this Sunday.
Nga bagenda mu maaso ne kaefube gwe baliko okunyikiza enjiri y'ekisinde kya ttiimu chairman MK Movement abakulembeze mu kisinde kino basi mu district y'e Bugweri.
Those from Toro Sub-Region have this Sunday gathered at these grounds in Fort Portal City to officiate the regional structural launch. The UPDF brass band led the day's entertainment. The launching ceremony was an event kicked off by a girls' football match competition.
General Kyayogere Rugogo gwe tutambulira tugende katuzimba abavubuka waba muyimbi tumbule kitone kye waba musambi wa kapira nga wano kye tukola saawa zino naye tumbule.
We have chosen to come down at the bottom hills of Karangura so that we support our generational leader.
And for some reasons, the team says they are mobilizing communities to embrace the MK movement project.
And you can see the numbers. They are ready for 2026 on the ballot for General Muhoozi Kainerugaba. We are not fighting His Excellency the President. We know we are honest, we are supporters, but we are telling that General MK is going to be the president after retirement of his father, General MK Museveni.
It's a very good response here, and when we go back to Kampala, we'll ensure that we now arrange to go to other regions of this country to ensure that we continue spreading the gospel of MK.
Besides popularizing General Mhozi Kainerugaba, they are also spreading the gospel of unity and development on behalf of government.
We recently met the president. We discussed very many things and various issues, but most importantly, he guided us that as we go along mobilizing the masses, we should ensure that people have an income. Everybody must participate in an activity that can bring income for him or herself, so that people can be sustaining themselves. He emphasized 4 things. He emphasized patriotism, he emphasized Pan-Africanism, socio-economic transformation, and the...
Mzee has advised us, and he has been advising us to practice Musevenomics. So we are supposed to participate in the 4 sectors of the economy that can generate income for us as young people and as a generation, and that will eliminate the problem of unemployment.
However, for Toro Sub-region, there are some challenges which, according to leaders, needs government attention.
As a region, Toro region, we have been having challenges here and there. There are many unfulfilled pledges from the government which we have been waiting for. Let me use this opportunity to urge government under NRM to fulfill these pledges, and also to inform directly MK to also coordinate up there so that these pledges are fulfilled. And in fact, recently there was an issue. Our people here protested, they were arrested over the same, but we hope this will not happen, as our pledges will be fulfilled going forward.
Under the command of the MK Movement Central Committee members, Baramba Rukahara and Michael Mawanda, the mobilization teams were later inaugurated.
Don't call the people, use these structures to get good people from the village up the top. Don't misuse the name of General. Thank you. And promote government programs. Also, we are here to tell Ugandans that we have a standby generator. General Mhozi is ready to take on the mentor of Museum 7.
The Fort Portal City launch wraps up the 3 days MK movement mobilizers countryside tour. Robert Onyango, UBC News.
Now, located about a kilometer away from the Uganda-Rwanda border, Butanda Secondary School has an enrollment of 130 students and only 13 teachers. Stakeholders fear that the number may be reduced further due to its poor structural state. Let's find out what these details share.
Variant Kariarugokwe, a teacher at Butanda Secondary School in Kabale district, says parents constructed a number of classrooms using non-burnt bricks and, in some cases, mud and water. However, 15 years down the road, structures are in a sorry state due to vagaries of weather.
When it comes to rain, to the season of rain like this one, we stop the teaching because the roofs start leaking, and as well as the staff room. So it is in a poor state, to be sincere.
Kariarugokwe says that due to a staff accommodation crisis, 8 teachers are sharing a 2-roomed old house within the school, while others have to walk.
You can see here is the teachers' quarters. It accommodates 8, it has only 3 rooms, but accommodates 8 teachers. So 2 teachers sleep together, and then something that is very bad, even the female teachers sleep here with the cooks. So we don't have the teachers areas of residence, so they put up like that one in this very building, which is in a poor state, as you can see.
The absence of a computer laboratory and computers forces teachers to conduct only theory lessons.
The science lab, we have it, but it is also temporary.
The computer lab?
We don't have a computer lab. We teach ICT here from senior to senior 4, but we don't have computers. We use theory to teach computer.
Okay. How do you teach practical?
We don't teach practical. We teach practicals in theory. We don't have computers, so we teach the theory part of ICT.
The Kabale Resident District Commissioner Godfrey Nyakahuma says that even the site for a 180 million shilling staff accommodation structure that had been contracted by Quid Build contractors in 2018 was abandoned before completion.
But the information I have is that the Ministry of Education and Sports will send money to the school, to Butanda Secondary School, which Butanda Secondary School formed the procurement committee that contracted a contractor who was to work on that project. So it is the school which was to do the supervision and even payments.
Education in Uganda has taken a new dimension for better, with institutions instilling abilities in learners that are over and above the curriculum demands. A case in point is at Uganda Matters Junior School Namiryango, where learners have authored a book.
A new trend in Uganda's education has at Uganda Matters Junior School Namiryango witnessed a record-breaking achievement of a book launch.
The Little Birds book is a product of creative writing. And here we empower our learners to think. A boy enters the room and you just tell him, sit there and think. Think. And rethink. And after rethinking, you create. Create for originality. You create something that is your own. We don't want to have seen this anywhere else. So whatever you see here, the children sat and started thinking and rethinking. They create something original. And you bear with me that most of what you see you have not seen anywhere else because it is original.
This historic launch has been hosted at Theatre La Bonita in Kampala for the book titled The Little Birds, whose articles are exclusively written by the learners.
If you can agree with me, these are rare skills in our regular school programs, most especially amongst children. In most of the schools, teachers want to do it themselves. However much we advocate for the child-centered approach, teachers love doing it themselves, failing these learners to develop the skills. Yet these children have the potential and the expertise to exploit a lot of things.
The content includes poetry, comedy, drama, and the art of reading and dances, and is a culmination of work that started after the COVID-19 inspired lockdown. The school has also recognized some of the best in writing, including Isaac Bwenje, Ashni Mwanje, Hannington Asimwe, Dini Mpanga, and Commonwealth recognized Ethan Mufuma. The school hierarchy believes that such a venture will help learners improve and enable them appreciate the culture of reading at an early age.
If you look at the purpose of language, it's not passing exams, it is using it to express feelings. This is exactly what the Little Bird is all about. The feelings about the COVID-19, feelings about hunger, feelings about love. This is what they express, and it is what we should give our children when we are teaching them. We should not teach them to pass. We should teach them practically to understand the language and use it to produce practical or tangible, as the children of Namiryango Junior Boys School have done it. This is the trend to take.
Uganda Matters Junior School Namiryango is one of few in Uganda that has a well-established media club, intent on interesting learners to arguably the best profession.
The media club at our school has helped me gain popularity, love, and it has also helped my brain think very fast.
This club specifically has helped to build our confidence. You know, we usually have presentations like as the media club. So you are journalists in school.
Over 400 primary teachers in Entebbe municipality have undergone a 4-day comprehensive training following new technology trends. The director, Uganda Communication Universe Service and Access Fund, Nyombi Tembo, has urged the elderly teachers to adopt new technology and cope with the new trends of technology. Let's take a look.
Primary teachers from 44 schools in Entebbe municipality have undergone a 4-day ICT training at Entebbe Secondary School with objectives of being confident with ICT skills.
We have a mobile digital platform.
The initiative, supported by Uganda Communications Commission and Kisubi Writers Association, has been rolled out in 4 secondary schools of Entebbe.
Teachers have got opportunity hands-on using the laboratory and the computers that are in this secondary school. We think that when teachers have this knowledge, they will be able to support the learners in class.
People look at computers and fear, but what we are trying to do is make sure the teachers interface with the computers and they get to use them. We are getting into the digital age.
The District Education Office in Entebbe Municipality, Joyce Narubega, teachers will be able to draft good lesson plans and the teaching lesson process will be good.
There are many new systems that have come on board in the Ministry of Education and Sports, including the Education Management Information System, where we register all learners on a single system, including the Teacher Management Information System, the online registration of learners with UNEB, and many other systems that we are rolling out.
The Director, Uganda Communication Universe Service and Access Fund, Nyombi Tembo, highlighted some plans yet to be unveiled.
Connectivity has reached more than 70% at 4G. When you call it 4G, that's fourth generation connectivity. But uptake is still very, very, very low. So that's why now we are trying to craft all kinds of strategies to see how do we increase uptake? How do we bring everybody in the ICT space? Obviously, this strategy of targeting teachers, especially primary school teachers, is very, very important.
The teachers voted to put what they have acquired into practice.
Teachers didn't know how to use the computers, and majorly when I come to my site, also it has added value to me. I knew little, but right now after 4 days, I've seen that there has been a great improvement and I have not remained the same.
Teachers training will be conducted in the first week of every holiday, where Uganda Communications Commission is committed to support Entebbe teachers in all progressive training planning to roll out. I am Sula Kagugube, reporting for UBC News in Entebbe.
And there, Sula Kagugube takes us for a short commercial break and we'll return with business news. Please do stay tuned.
Talk with freedom. Get MTN Freedom voice bundles that don't expire. Dial *100 *21 hash or my MTN app for more bundles. Together, we're unstoppable.
This isn't just a girl. She is the future. This is a teacher, a doctor, a community leader, our future president.
She is our family's pride, and as her father, I will protect her from child marriage and talk to her about the dangers of teenage pregnancy. We each have a role to play in empowering our teenage girls to protect them from child marriage and pregnancy, because when we empower them, we empower our nation. Protect the girl, save the nation.
Take action. Report any case of defilement or child marriage to the police or call Sawuti 116.
The Resol Agribusiness Show is here under the theme Revolutionizing Agriculture through Value Addition, Innovation and Technology, scheduled for 13th to 16th June 2023 at Ohinga Stadium, Fort Portal Tourism City, with a free medical camp running throughout the show. Entrance is totally free. To sponsor, partner and participate, contact 0702 301 059 or 0773 458-492 or 0773-301-059.
Glow as you are with the new Spark 10 series smartphone from Airtel in partnership with Tecno. Own the timelines with picture-perfect selfies using the 32-megapixel selfie camera, 256GB storage, G88 gaming processor, and a strong battery to last the whole day. Towakana.
The Spark 10 smartphone comes with free 3GB from Airtel and 100% bonus on weekly and monthly bundles every month for 3 months, so you can stay connected to into a world of possibilities. Dial star 100 star 5 hash to enjoy free data. The new Spark 10 is available in all selected Techno shops countrywide. Airtel, the smartphone network in partnership with Techno. Stop at nothing.
Juko.
Yo.
What you go?
Check the shopping, man. What's your secret? Haven't you heard of the parish development model PDM?
Yes, I did, but I thought it was just a talk.
No, Sebatia. It is real. I and a few friends together formed a circle, accessed money from the PDM, invested in a portrait project, and now things are moving.
Juko. I thought I was one of your friends.
You are.
But you left me behind.
I didn't leave you in poverty. What you do, just visit your LC2 chairperson and your parish chief and start the process of economic transformation. Just like that. The parish development model is an initiative from the government of Uganda through the Ministry of Local Government designed to transform all lives of Ugandans for the better. PDM, my parish, my development, my life.
Are you tired of high fees and slow transfer time when sending money? Look no further. Airtel Money is here to revolutionize the way you move your money. We have revised our rates, and now sending money from Airtel to other networks in Uganda, East Africa, and to the rest of the world has never been more affordable. Plus, you can trust Airtel Money to get your money where it needs to go quickly and safely. Simply dial star 185 hash and start sending money. Switch to Airtel Money today and experience unbeatable rates and top-notch services for all your local and international money transfer needs. Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
Welcome back. You're still watching the UBC News, broadcasting live from Nile Avenue. It's now time for business. Uganda Revenue Authority has recorded a deficit of 88 billion shillings in Bunyoro this financial year. The Commissioner Tax Investigation, Uganda Revenue Authority, Dennis Kateba Kugonza, disclosed this in a meeting with Hoima business community members. He attributed the deficit to non-compliance, non-declaration and under-declaration by the taxpayers. Details in this report.
The Commissioner for Tax Investigation at Uganda Revenue Authority, Dennis Kateba Kugonza, has urged the business community in Hoima City to pay their taxes on time. He made the remarks while meeting members of Hoima City business community.
This financial year which are concluding, government budgeted and released 100% all the funds for Hoima district and city. And the budget was 23.6 billion from your taxes. But the target for Hoima station, URS station, to collect, which they are collecting and they are going to collect from Hoima taxpayers, from Kagadi, from Chankwanzi, from Chikube and Hoima City is.
Hoima Deputy Resident District Commissioner Mike Chakashari asked URA to find ways of closing the deficit, calling for sensitization of taxpayers.
But the 400,000 which the government says to pay so that we can be able to make these roads, so that we can be able to have medicines in the health facilities, you don't want to pay.
The Mayor Hoima Oil City, Brian Kaboyo, says they are facing challenges of tax collection attributed to inadequate human resource.
Because the taxes help us to provide the services we need. In the manifesto, there are many things which were planned to be done in this term, and they will be achieved from the budgets we realize. So I encourage all the leaders and the people to pay the taxes. I will say that as a city, ever since I came to office in May 2021, the city has increased on the coverage of the tarmac roads.
Now, developing countries have been advised to use information technology to stimulate economic growth in the post-COVID-19 era. Most countries suffered economically during the COVID-19 pandemic, resulting into the collapse of small and medium businesses.
An international economics policy expert, Ranjith Kumar, has said COVID-19 has impacted negatively the economic performance across the globe, especially among developing countries.
For clients who know me, and we have 150 investors from East African community, 150 investors. Every year we pay $8 million of dividends to clients in this part of the world. They took it very seriously. The world is changing and changing for real.
The member, Board of Trustees, Indian Association of Uganda, Sudhir Rupaleria, said COVID-19 affected many businesses and that now Ugandans need to work with government.
Never give up. And, the time ups and downs come. They're only for a short while, but we need to, weather the storm, and after the storm is calm.
The Secretary General, Indian Business Forum, Rajesh Kumar, says with value addition, products will meet international standards. The director, Winworld, Jitu Sorathia, and a member of Indian Association of Uganda, says that doing business is very challenging.
Furthermore, over 1,500 members of 10 Mao Gumgo in Mpigi district have been trained in digital financial systems. The Director of Finance, Uganda, Mao Gumgo's Federation of Community Credit Cooperatives, UFCC, Pascal Bwambale, says that fiscal technology training equips the rural selected communities with skills to access all banking services through a mobile phone. The one-week training has been supported by Korean Federation of Community Credit Cooperatives through Uganda, MG Federation of Community Credit Cooperatives.
With courtesy fiscal support, Korean Federation of Community Credit Cooperatives, Uganda MG Federation of Community Credit Cooperatives, UFCC, has intensified measures to enhance equitable financial inclusion to rural communities in central Uganda.
When these financial cooperatives are digitalized, the members will access affordable financial services. They can easily save their money at any time and from anywhere.
The digital financial trainings conducted for 1,500 village-based digital trainers in 10 Mao Gumgos, including Ikumbya, Lukonge, Bongole, Chibisi and Buiwa, among others, have been equipped with practical skills on mobile banking, using a phone, as Pascal Wambale, the Director of Finance, Uganda Federation of Community Credit Cooperatives, expounds.
We are conducting this training to equip them with the knowledge and the skills of how to use their phones to access the accounts, to be able to use their financial cooperatives.
According to a digital instructor, Dora Nakaziwe from Bukoba Parish, MG says the digital system enables members to save, deposit, access loans, among others, using a mobile phone.
The interest we get from the loans we give out, we've been spending money to buy those books, to buy those other things we need to use in the money system of saving and depositing. So this is going to help us increase our income as the MD and even the member. During the end of the year, the member has to get his or her interest. Even the member gets his interest being increased.
The trainees describe the technology as a convenient, reliable system to eradicate poverty at household level.
Singa mbanteresa kasente kange mu banka nembanga nina obwetaavu awaka nigabunyiza essimu nenkajjayo nekanyamba mu byetaago ebyawaka.
Anywhere where I am, I can save my money. Even if it's night, I can save my money.
Tuyambe okuweza kuba member kubali ba member babadde batono ne savings abadde mutono naye agenza aweza okusinzira ku nkola ya digital.
Uganda Mau Gumgo's Federation of Community Credit Cooperatives, which is promoting saving culture to rural farmers in Mpigi and Mityana, is an apex body of the 18 operating registered Mau Gumgos regulated by the Ministry of Trade, Industries and Cooperatives. Sudat Kaye and Robert Whiter, UBC News.
Government of Uganda's commitment to spread internet to all corners of the country has been boosted by a new smartphone financing loan. This by a company called WeBank that through its subsidiary Tech Now is offering funds on hire purchase in what they have dubbed Buy Now, Pay Later. The message as government launches the 5G Come On series is to Ugandans to use internet for better purposes like marketing their products to improve household incomes.
So Tech Now is in the business of smartphone financing. By smartphone financing, we mean that we are able to help you afford a smartphone. We give you a loan such that you can be able to take a smartphone home. So basically, this business is called Buy Now and Pay Later. So the journey with Tech Now starts with you just having your national ID. Customer, all you need is your national ID and a small initial deposit. So we have partner shops. Right now we have more than 200 shops, and we are still counting. And they are distributed across the country, but we are still adding more shops. But precisely, most of the shops in Kampala have our product. Just walk into any shop and tell them that you want a smartphone on financing, or you want a SIM-ya loan, a phone on loan, and they will be able to direct you. For us, our focus is on the Techno, Infinix, and itel smartphones. You just only need your national ID and a small initial deposit. Go to any of our shops. They will take you through, have a phone of your choice, give the initial deposit, and we give you the phone. Then you pay us mpola of a period of 6 months. For now, our longest loan period is 6 months. So in 6 months, once you're done with your loan, you're free and you take your phone. Yeah, that's it.
Kato, this is a quick call. I'm almost out of minutes. Now, the center.
Why rush through such important conversations? Airtel Uganda has made it possible for you to call across all networks in Uganda at the best rates with the new Bona voice bundles. Stay connected anytime, anywhere, with minutes valid for calls on all networks. Dial *100*1#. Select voice bundles and select Bona voice bundles today. Airtel, the smartphone network.
The Resol Agribusiness Show is here under the theme Revolutionizing Agriculture through Value Addition, Innovation and Technology, scheduled for 13th to 16th June 2023 at Uhinga Stadium, Fort Portal Tourism City, with a free medical camp running throughout the show. Entrance is totally free. To sponsor, partner and participate, contact 0702 301 059 or 0773 458-492 or 0773-301-059.
Welcome back, and now in sports news, the Stanbic Black Pirates are the 2023 Nile Special Rugby Premier League champions. The Sea Robbers claimed the title after they defeated their hosts, Cobbs Rugby Club, at 23 to 7 points. From the start, the Pirates dominated the title decider game played at the Legends Rugby Grounds on 13th of May 2023, collecting 3 penalties in the first half with try conversions in the second half. Ivan Magomu was the perfect with his boot, converting as many as 13 points for the visitors as Desire Ayera and Conrad Wanyama added more points for the Pirates. Cobbs Karima Rinaitwe scored the side's consolation try and was converted by Joseph Aredo, but this was not enough to close the gap. The 23 to 7 points final score gave the Pirates a much-deserved victory and their second Rugby Premier League title.
Every team wants this trophy. Yeah?
and whoever wants it has to work hardest.
Stakeholders in Uganda's sports sector are impressed by the 2023 Primary Schools National Kids Athletics and Special Needs Championship that has had its penultimate day. For starters, the championship attracted 145 districts and more than 5,000 athletes, with several in the special needs category that proves inclusiveness. Details in this report.
Uganda's future runners have impressed the stakeholders that have graced the penultimate day at the 2023 Primary Schools National Kids Athletics and Special Needs Championship in Luwero District.
We are here not necessarily for medals, because we have more than 145 local governments participating from all over the country, and we cannot say all of them are going to carry trophies or are going to carry medals. The purpose of this, the ministry is intensifying on grassroots sports, talent identification and development. We want to identify different talents for these runners and help them develop their talents such that they can in sports.
In the action where more than 145 local governments are sent competitors, Pader, Agago, Dokolo and Arua City are some from northern Uganda that are doing well. The eastern region is ably represented by Serere, Butaleja and Iganga, while central regions Wakiso, Mukono and PG are excelling, as is Mbarara City and Chenjojo from the west. John Barnes, Sentamo, UBC News.
And that brings us to the end of our news tonight. Thank you for being a lovely audience. Allow us to wish you a lovely week. And yes, a good night for today. Thank you very much. Good night.
Spark 10 series smartphone from Airtel in partnership with Techno. Own the timelines with picture-perfect selfies using the 32-megapixel selfie camera, 256 GB storage, G88 gaming processor, and a strong battery to last the whole day. Towakana.
The Spark 10 smartphone comes with free 3 GB from Airtel and 100% bonus on weekly and monthly bundles every month for 3 months, so you can stay connected to a world of possibilities. Dial *100*5# to enjoy free data. The new Spark 10 is available in all selected Techno shops countrywide. Airtel, the smartphone network in partnership with Techno. Stop at nothing.